Welcome back to AI Explained. Today, uh, we're diving deep into something that could really shake things up. NVIDIA's new Jetson Orin Nano Super Developer Kit. They're calling it a generative AI supercomputer.
Yeah.
And get this, it's even more powerful than the last one. But they've actually lowered the price. So what's the deal with that?
It is a fascinating move by NVIDIA. I think to really get it, we got to look at the bigger picture. You see, NVIDIA isn't just selling a piece of hardware. They're building an ecosystem. By making this tech more affordable, they could be opening up this floodgate of innovation and from places you wouldn't expect. Imagine like high school students messing around with AI in their bedrooms or small startups creating cutting-edge applications. I mean, the possibilities are, well, they're pretty exciting.
Definitely exciting. So what exactly makes this little device so super? The press release mentions a 1.7x speed increase for generative AI performance, of course. And then there's 67 INTA TOPS. I don't even know what that means. And 102 gigabits memory bandwidth. Can you break that down for us? What does all that jargon mean for someone? You know, someone who actually wants to use this thing.
Okay, so those specs, they basically mean you get a much faster and more responsive experience. For anyone working with AI, especially generative AI, so that 1.7x speed increase, well, that means you can train and run AI models much faster. Whether you're building a chatbot or creating, say, a visual AI agent, you could even be building a robot.
You're saying this little device can handle all that. That's pretty incredible when you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. And those INT TOPS you mentioned, well, that's a measure of how many trillions of integer operations the device can handle per second. So basically, the higher that number, the faster it can process information, the kind of information you need for AI tasks. And as for the 102 gigabytes memory bandwidth, well, think of that as the highway system for data inside the device. It controls how fast information can move around, which directly impacts the speed and efficiency of your AI applications.
That makes a lot of sense. So we've got the hardware down, but what about the software side of things? What tools are available to help people actually use this technology?
Well, NVIDIA has this whole software ecosystem. For the Jetson platform, there's Isaac, which is for robotics development. Then you've got Metropolis for applications like intelligent video analytics. And there's Holoscan for working with sensor data. It's a pretty robust toolkit that covers a lot of different AI applications.
Okay, so they're not just like throwing a piece of hardware out there and say, good luck. They're actually giving people the resources and support. They need to use it effectively.
Exactly. And it's not just about supporting new users. They're also releasing software updates that boost generative AI performance. For anyone who already has the Jetson Orin Nano Developer Kit, it shows they're committed to the Jetson community. They want to make sure people who invested in the earlier model can still benefit from the latest advancements.
That's great to hear. And speaking of advancements, let's talk about this focus on generative AI. There's a lot of buzz around it these days. What exactly is generative AI, and why is it such a big deal right now?
Well, generative AI, it's all about using AI to, well, create new content. Think of it as a creative partner. It doesn't just analyze existing data, it can actually generate new stuff like text, images, music, even code. And it does this based on the information it's been trained on. It's kind of like having this AI assistant that can help you write a song or design a logo or even generate code for a new app.
Wow. That's amazing. It sounds like something out of science fiction, but it's actually happening right now. And the Jetson Orin Nano Super is supposed to make this technology accessible to more people.
Exactly. And what's really cool about this device is that it supports these popular open source models, which are basically pre-trained AI models that developers can use as a starting point for their own projects. It's like having a library of AI building blocks that you can mix and match to create something new.
So someone with an idea for a new AI application, they don't have to start from scratch. They can just use these existing models and build from there.
Exactly. It really lowers the bar for AI development and lets more people experiment and innovate. And it's not just about the technology itself. NVIDIA has also built this vibrant online community around the Jetson platform.
Ah, the power of community. It's always great to have people to talk to.
Yeah.
Bounce ideas around, troubleshoot problems together, and just share inspiration.
Absolutely. The Jetson community is full of resources for developers, like tutorials, sample projects, and forums where you can connect with other users.
Right.
And get support.
It sounds like NVIDIA is really trying to create a collaborative environment where people can learn from each other and push the limits of what's possible with AI.
That's exactly right. And this whole collaborative spirit is key to, democratizing AI. It's not about keeping this technology. locked away in some research lab. It's about making it accessible to everyone so we can all benefit from its potential.
That's a powerful thought. So we've got this incredibly powerful hardware, a comprehensive software ecosystem, a supportive community, and a price that's more accessible than ever. What's the catch? There's got to be a downside, right?
Well, like any new technology, there are always challenges and potential pitfalls. One of the biggest concerns with generative AI is the potential for misuse.
Yeah, I can see that. If anyone can create these realistic-looking images and videos, even audio, with just a few clicks, it could be used to spread misinformation or create those deepfakes that are so hard to tell from the real thing.
That's a valid concern. It's really important for developers and users of generative AI to be aware of the ethical implications.
Yeah.
And use this technology responsibly.
So it's not just about what the technology can do, it's about using that power for good.
Yeah.
And being mindful of the consequences.
Exactly. Generative AI is a powerful tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us as a society to guide its development and make sure it benefits humanity.
That's a lot of responsibility. But it also sounds incredibly exciting. I mean, imagine the positive impact generative AI could have if it's used to address some of the world's biggest problems.
Absolutely. Think about healthcare. Generative AI could help develop new drugs, personalized treatments, maybe even assist with surgery.
Or in education. It could create personalized learning experiences for students, adapting to their individual needs and learning styles.
And in fields like art and entertainment, generative AI could push the boundaries of creative expression. It could let artists collaborate with AI to create entirely new forms of art and storytelling.
The possibilities are really endless. It seems like we're at the beginning of a whole new era of innovation. And the Jetson Orin Nano Super is playing a big part in making it all happen.
It really is an exciting time to be involved in this field. And the fact that NVIDIA is making this technology more accessible, well, it means we're probably going to see even more groundbreaking applications in the years to come.
It's amazing to think about all the potential packed into this little device, but it all comes down to the people using it, the developers who are pushing the boundaries, and the community that's supporting them.
And that's what makes this so fascinating. It's not just about the technology, it's about the people using it to make a difference.
Yeah, it really feels like we're at this turning point with AI. And it's amazing to see how NVIDIA is right there leading the way, not just with the tech itself, but also with how they're building this strong community around it.
Yeah, that's a really important point. Their approach is about more than just releasing a product. They're really nurturing this whole ecosystem where developers, students, even hobbyists can all connect and share ideas and learn from each other. It's like they're creating this global AI think tank powered by this tiny but powerful device.
I'm also really curious about their decision to lower the price while making it even more powerful. It's a bold move, especially in a market where companies usually just care about profit.
Yeah, that's a great observation. And it really shows their long-term vision. By making the Jetson Orin Nano super more affordable, they're basically investing in the future of AI development. They're betting that by empowering more innovators, they'll speed up progress in the entire field. It's a win-win for everyone.
It's amazing to think about the ripple effects. What could this mean for things like healthcare and manufacturing, even art?
It really is mind-boggling. Imagine doctors using AI tools to diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately, or engineers designing better infrastructure. We could even see artists working with AI to create totally new kinds of art and storytelling. And those are just a few examples. The possibilities are really limitless.
It sounds like we're entering this new era of possibilities. But we also need to remember that with any powerful tool comes the responsibility to use it ethically.
Absolutely. As AI gets more sophisticated and more integrated into our lives, we need to think about the consequences, both the good and the bad. It's crucial to have these open and honest conversations about the ethics of AI and work together to make sure it benefits humanity.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing our listeners should take away? What should they be thinking about when they consider the impact of this technology?
The key takeaway is this: the future of AI is in our hands. This technology has the power to change our world. And the Jetson Orin Nano Super is a tool that can help us get there. It's up to all of us to use this opportunity responsibly, to explore the possibilities, and to use our creativity to build a better future.
That's a really powerful message. It's not just about the technology. It's about how we choose to use it. It's about using AI for good, while being mindful of the challenges.
Exactly. And I believe that if we approach this together with collaboration, innovation, and a focus on ethics, the future of AI will be incredibly bright.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into NVIDIA's Jetson Orin Nano Super. We hope you found it informative and inspiring. Be sure to subscribe to AI Explained for more explorations of the amazing world of AI.
And until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.